Me Alley, there's right through here, which has 40 murals. I'll put a 40 here. Here's the maestra-piece.
Dude, I'm gonna fall apart.
And here's Rigoberta. There she is. Look at her. There's a new one right here, brand new. It's about 2 months old. Spray paint art.
So my name is Patricia Rose, and I am a Precita Eyes muralist. I've been working with Precita Eyes since about 1980, mainly as a muralist, but the organization itself got started in 1977. And the main focus of Precita Eyes muralists is to design and paint murals within the context of a community. So it's very important to us to invite community members to work with us, and for us to work with the community, and to be able to produce the murals that the community wants, and also to encourage the community, of course, to work with us in the creation of those murals. We have a program here at Precita Eyes called Urban Youth Arts, and that is specifically for ages 11 through 19 to work on murals that are important to them, you know, that they wouldn't have to just be part of a mural that other people determined, you know, well, we want some kids to work on this, but this is really a grown-up's mural. That they can have murals that are really about what's important to them. What they're doing is kind of abating some of the problem of kids that are out on the street unsupervised, you know, which may be the source of graffiti in the neighborhood, and yet murals are often used to make a change from graffiti. That instead of having these walls that get graffiti, if we put a beautiful mural on, perhaps there'd be less graffiti. Graffiti is not done with permission. Graffiti is violating the rights of the property owners by putting things on their property that they did not request or do not wish for, and forcing them then to have to remove that, because in San Francisco it is illegal, and it is the responsibility of the property owner to remove all unwanted embellishments. So, a really interesting work of art in our neighborhood that just kind of appeared a few years ago, and technically it's graffiti, but I think everybody appreciates it so much that it hasn't been removed. The name of the artist is a mystery, because she doesn't want people to know who she is. We don't even know what she looks like, but she uses the name Swoon, and she is based in New York, and she typically does a very interesting kind of graffiti that she does on paper, and it's usually kind of a drawing on paper using black marker, and then the paper gets sort of glued onto the wall. And because it involves some portraiture, she usually spends a few days in that place where she's going to do the work, just to get a sense of who those people are. And she might pick a certain person and do a drawing of that person, and that becomes the drawing that eventually becomes the paper graffiti that she puts up on the wall. The Swoon graffiti piece in our neighborhood is not a face of someone from our neighborhood. It's a bigger issue than our neighborhood.
The installation is a piece which is on the subject of the femicides, which began in Juarez, but which are now continuing all the way down through Central America. And the piece is a portrait of a young woman named Sylvia Elena, who was actually one of the first women to be killed. My friend Tennessee Watson and I went down to Juarez, and I saw all these pink crosses painted all over the telephone poles, and I was like, what is that? So we started talking to mothers and talking to activists that were working around the subject. Why was it that we didn't know very much about it, and how is it that it's been going on for this long?
So this very beautiful cut paper piece has cutouts that show skulls, a big circle of skulls all around the outer border of the piece. That mural is called La Llorona's Sacred Waters. It's on York Street at the corner of 24th and York. The artist brought in a number of water-related stories to that mural, and one of the more poignant ones had to do with the issue in India on the Narmada River, where a dam was being constructed. The people were not told about what was going on. It was never specified to them what was being built or what the consequences of that would be, as if they had no say in that. And yet their homes were going to be flooded, and those people would be left without a home or any land. So that was painted into the mural, the very touching image, which comes to us, the images came to us from news photographs that really went around the world to show this situation. The people who lived there stood in the water as it was rising until it rose so high that they would have drowned.